Hi guys, and welcome to Escape with Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the Farasute reference 5506B. I received this watch for free. I don't have to send the watch back, but you guys know the deal by now. No matter how I get a watch in for review on this channel, you're always going to get my honest opinion every single time. And if by the end of this review you do want to pick one of these up, go to check out the link in the video description. That is an affiliate link, so if you use that link, you don't pay any extra. It's just an easy way for you guys to help support the channel. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you guys so much for the continued support. So the price I'm seeing here in the USA is $378 US. That does include the US tariffs, and for whatever reason, Farasute's hitting us pretty bad. So do check out the link in the description for the final price for your location. I did see someone mention that they got this watch for 170 euros, I believe it was, during the back to school summer sale. So there are some deals on this watch. The watch comes in 5 different colorways that you can see on screen now. Probably not the colorways that any of us were really expecting, but they do look pretty good. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, a push-pull crown, I believe it's a snap-on case back, 50 meters of claimed water resistance, and the watch is powered by a customized Hangzhou 7000 series movement, which is pretty awesome. So I say stick around for the full rundown in the movement section. You're going to want to see that. So somebody called this an FP Journe vibes on a Seiko budget, and that's just what it is. It's basically an homage to the FP Journe Sovereign, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but this thing right here is basically an homage to that, but without the power reserve indicators. A watch that goes for a cool $100,000. So this one is a little bit more obtainable, and it's still a very, very nice watch. So I say we get into the full review, but before we do a quick wrist check today, wearing the Octopus Kraken OCT 0018. Review for this one is coming up pretty soon, so stick around for this one. Alright, so let's talk about the dimensions. Got a case diameter of 39.9 millimeters, case thickness of 8.7 millimeters, 20 millimeter lug width, lug tip to lug tip, bang on 46 millimeters, and on the supplied leather strap, weighs 61 grams. So it's a very nice set of dimensions for me. 40 millimeters, I really like that. I think it wears a little bit smaller just because it's a fully polished case, really short lug to lug as well. And then that under 9 millimeters thick, which is really, really impressive. This thing is beautiful. You see it does have a little bit of turn down to the lugs as well. And I mean, it just wears really, really nice. Very happy with how it wears. So I'm going to go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. And here we are on my 7.5-inch wrist, and for me, I think it wears great. I know some people are going to balk at the size, but it really wears very well, and that's helped out by the super slim profile as well. So yeah, it wears really, really good on me. Obviously, it's not going to be best for everyone, but I really think it wears better than you're going to expect it to wear. So yeah, really, really like this one. And here we are on a cut-to-size FKM strap. I was able to squeeze it in there. The clearance between the spring bars and the case is very, very tight, and this one is hitting the case, so it's just something to note. It's probably going to chew up your leather strap, so just be careful. But these ones, they don't get chewed up. They look really good. Again, tight fit, but yeah, I figured I would throw it on this one, and I ended up liking it a lot more than I expected to. So I've actually been wearing it on this one quite a bit. And here's another FKM cut to size. I figured I would just throw it on this one just to give you an idea of a color that would look good on this one. Gray seems to be a good one, so yeah, looks nice. And to finish it off, here we are on just a simple black classic leather strap, which I think looks pretty good. Don't really have anything else that'll look good and that'll fit on this thing, so let's go back inside and let's get back to this review. Alright, so let's talk about the case finishing. So case finishing is done very nicely from Farasute. They always do a very good job. This one's a pretty simple one. It's all polished, as you can see here, polishing on the tops of the lugs, polishing in between the lugs, polishing on that bezel there, polishing on the sides of the case here. Nicely done. An unsigned push-pull crown, but just look at the knurling on that crown. It looks very nice. It's super smooth to the touch. And allows you to hand wind this very easily. It's a nice good sized crown there. There you can see the side profile of it. And I'm going to show you guys a little detail that I didn't realize. When you're looking down the side of this, the bezel sticks out further and the case back sticks out further than the actual case. It's the same thing on the FP Journe. So yeah, that's a detail that they copied. So there's times where you get kind of these little double reflections there. It's a little interesting detail, but I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. The case back on this, you can see here, nice big display case back that is sapphire crystal as well. I actually think there's a little bit of anti-reflective coating on there as well, so you're getting a really nice view of that Hangzhou movement. It looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. You have brushing around the outside there, a little bit of polishing as well. I think this is just a snap-on case back. I don't see a little notch where it snaps in, so it's probably something that just has a little lip that you can pop underneath there, and that's how you get it off. But it does look really, really good, and I have to say, Farasute again just nailed it with the finishing. There's no sharp edge on this thing at all anywhere. It just feels like a nice smooth pebble. Feels like a really high quality piece. Something that a lot of Chinese OEMs, they miss, sharp edges on the bottom of the lug, sharp edges on the corners of the lug, stuff like that. There's just nothing like that on this case, so it feels fantastic. It looks really, really good too. All right, so let's talk about the crystal. So first things first, we'll test for sapphire. It is positive for sapphire. So we have a domed sapphire crystal on the front. We have a sapphire crystal on the back as well. It is a very subtle double dome crystal. I mean, just very subtle. You can tell in person better than you can tell on camera, but it is very, very subtly double domed. But it looks really good, especially on this model here. White dials, they don't show up reflections as much as a darker dial does. So here it's looking really, really good. Very happy with the crystal on these watches. All the Farasute watches that I've had so far have had very nice crystals on them. So yeah, it was no surprise. This one is actually really, really good. And getting up real close, we'll talk about the dial here. So yeah, the dial is actually really good. Again, it's kind of this whitish silvery color here. Very smooth paint around the outside there with your railroad minute track. You have the Arabic numerals at all the hour markers. They do get squeezed down just a little bit here around the sub dial there. Some people are going to be bothered by that. That's how the original was. They didn't invert the numbers though, like the FP Journe does. They keep them all kind of vertical facing. So just something to note, but I think it does look pretty good. You get this really cool texture pattern in the middle here with the Farasute logo sitting on this little plaque area. You got the subdial between the 7 and 8 o'clock index there. Again, very nice concentric circles with a railroad minute track and a really cool seconds hand. I like the counterbalance on that. I think it looks really nice. Again, everything is done high quality, very nice finishing, no fluff under the dial. Before we get to the hands here, I just want to mention the rehout on this. So the distance between the dial and the crystal is super slim on this model. And just look at that, really nice and slim, looking very good. Really gives a high quality feeling to this watch. The hands that they chose, I like them. They are the FP Journe style of hands, kind of this teardrop shape almost. Good length on them as well. I do wish that they would have gone a different colorway with this. I'm not a huge fan of the white and the blue. It does most of the time just look black, but when you get it under some direct lighting like this, you can see they are blue hands. They are not blued. They are not, heat treated blue. They're just painted blue. They're not trying to make it look heat treated blue either. They're just a dark blue paint, glossy, and I think they do look really good. They obviously contrast beautifully with the dial. And there is no lume to speak of, so we don't have to worry about a lume shot. All right, so let's talk about the movement. So the movement, there's not a whole lot of information about it. I tried figuring out what movement exactly this was. I believe it's some sort of Hangzhou 7000 series movement. So it is 28,800 beats per hour, so 8 ticks of the second hand every second. It has 80 hours of power reserve, and I did test that. This thing ran for 4 days straight. Very impressive. It hacks and it hand winds, and it will tighten up at the end. I mean, I had to wind it quite a bit. It was like 100 or so turns of the crown before it finally tightened up. So yeah, it is a hand wind movement. The hand winding on this is super smooth, just super smooth. It feels wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like a high quality movement. And obviously when you flip it over, it looks like a high quality movement. It very nicely decorated. It just looks really, really good there. You can see it has the Farasute branding on it as well. 18 joules. That's why I'm kind of confused. I believe the 7010 movement is like a 20 something joule movement, and so this one's 18 joules. So I'm not exactly sure what movement this is. It is a Hangzhou movement. It is high beat, I know that, and it does have 80 hours of power reserve. So that's why I'm thinking it's something in the Hangzhou 7000 series movement. family. But yeah, it is just a really good, solid feeling movement, obviously keeping it nice and slim as well. The crown action feels great. Pull it out here, it does hack the movement there. There's no go stay position or anything like that. Set the time, everything is aligned nicely. Crown feels good. Push it in, it starts up the movement every single time. It's not a loud movement, I can't hear it ticking. It's just a very high quality feeling movement. All right, so let's talk about the strap on the watch. So this is the strap that they send you here. It's actually pretty nice. It's very comfortable. It's very thin. It does have quick release spring bars. It says genuine leather. It tells you the length and the width here, so that's nice. It has the Farasute branding on this side. One floating keeper, one stationary keeper, which is sewn in nicely. You've got this color match stitching on it. It's kind of that, I guess, Saffiano style of leather, so this kind of crisscross pattern on it. I think it looks pretty good. It does contact the case. I mentioned that in the strap show. So getting other straps to fit on this is going to be tight. I can get the FKM cut to size ones on. I can get some of the leather ones on, but I'm afraid some of them might chew up the leather, so I don't want to try too many on it. But the one that they send you, it's pretty good. I am on the second to last hole here for my 7.5 inch wrist, so it can fit up to about 7 3/4 inch wrist. So just something to note. The buckle, as always with Farasute, they put a really nice sculpted buckle on here, fully polished with the branding there. It feels nice and soft and smooth on the hand. It's got a little notch there for the strap to kind of sit up in, so it doesn't, stick up or anything like that. It's just a really, it's not my favorite strap. It's not my favorite strap from Farasute, but it is very comfortable right out of the box, and it's not something that I'm going to immediately toss in the bin or anything. It does look pretty good on here, so yeah, this one will be sticking around. I do like it. It's just not my favorite strap, so just something to consider, but yeah, I think it does look pretty good on it. So there you go, guys. That is the Farasute model 5506B. A really, really beautiful FP Journe, kind of dressy, sporty-ish watch. The real one's going to set you back $100,000. This one will set you back just a couple $100. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer. The FP Journe being $100,000 and very scarce, it's pretty much unobtainium for the majority of people out there. And you can get the look, kind of the feel for a couple $100, and it's actually a very nice watch in general. So I think you guys are going to be really happy with this one. So yeah, I think that's it. If you guys want to check this one out, go check out the link in the video description. I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.